Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. Do not lose your knowledge that man's proper estate is an upright posture, an intransigent mind, and a step that travels unlimited roads. Married people don't look like they have bedrooms on their minds when they look at each other. In this world, either you're virtuous or you enjoy yourself. Not both, not both. It stands to reason that if sacrifices are being given, somebody is collecting sacrifices. I think, therefore I'll think. There can be no justification for choosing any part of that which one knows to be evil. A building has integrity, just as a man and just as seldom. It must be true to its own idea, have its own form, and serve its own purpose. In architecture, mediocrity is more glaringly obvious than in other lines because there's a huge, physical object such as a building to demonstrate it. Art is the indispensable medium for the communication of a moral ideal. If a life can have a theme song, and I believe every worthwhile one as mine is best expressed in one word: individualism. Namely, if I am challenging the base of all these institutions, I'm challenging the moral code of altruism. The precept that man's moral duty is to live for others. That man must sacrifice himself to others, which is the present-day morality. Self-esteem is reliance on one's power to think. The man of authentic self-confidence is the man who relies on the judgment of his own mind. Man cannot demand that others give up their lives to make him happy. Nobody has ever given a reason why men should be their brother's keepers. Volumes can be and have been written about the issue of freedom versus dictatorship, but, in essence, it comes down to a single question. Do you consider it moral to treat men as sacrificial animals and to rule them by physical force? I think. I am. I will. Pride is the recognition of the fact that you are your own highest value and, like all of man's values, it has to be earned. The worst evil that you can do, psychologically, is to laugh at yourself. That means spitting in your own face. I don't approve of religion. The question of whether one alleges the superiority or inferiority of any given race is irrelevant. Racism has only one psychological root: the racist's sense of his own inferiority. I don't wish to be the symbol of anything. I'm only myself. The nation which once held the creed that greatness is achieved by production is now told that it is achieved by squalor. I want to know that I've accomplished something. I want to feel that it had some meaning. At the last summing up, I want to be sure it wasn't all for nothing. The only proper purpose of a government is to protect man's rights, which means to protect him from physical violence. Ordinary human concern for human distress does not manifest itself ordinarily in the form of a gun aimed at the wallets and earnings of one's neighbors. But a few understand that building is a great symbol we live in our minds, and existence is the attempt to bring that life into physical reality, to state it in gesture and form. For the man who understands this, a house he owns is a statement of his life. But Aristotle's philosophy was the intellect's declaration of independence. Those touchy mediocrities who sit trembling lest someone's work prove greater than their own, they have no inkling of the loneliness that comes when you reach the top. The loneliness for an equal, for a mind to respect, and an achievement to admire. The virtue involved in helping those one loves is not selflessness or sacrifice, but integrity. To love money is to know and love the fact that money is the creation of the best power within you, and your passkey to trade your effort for the effort of the best among men. This was the great clarity of being beyond emotion, after the reward of having felt everything one could feel. Dominique Escale looks at her. There is a stage of worship which makes the worshipper himself an object of reverence. Any material element or resource which, in order to become of use or value to men, requires the application of human knowledge and effort, should be private property by the right of those who apply the knowledge and effort. A man doesn't borrow pieces of his body. A building doesn't borrow hunks of its soul. Its maker gives it the soul in every wall, window, and stairway to express it. You don't know how hard I've tried to be left standing all by myself. Integrity is the recognition of the fact that you cannot fake your consciousness, just as honesty is the recognition of the fact that you cannot fake existence. No man can have a right to impose an unchosen obligation, an unrewarded duty, or an involuntary servitude on another man. There can be no such thing as the right to enslave. Your naked body should belong to someone who loves your naked soul. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.